All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Gateway Raceway. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series heads to the Gateway Arch, it's Gateway Raceway. Race number 6 in that season, so 160 laps here tonight, and this egg-shaped oval is a heck of a lot of fun. Who's got the setup to be able to transition from the short part of the track to the wide part of the track to the through the pits? Who's going to take home the victory? Only one way to find out, and that is to hang out right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, some IndyCar action headed your way here tonight. It's Gateway Raceway, and it is TurnLeftTV. All right, hey, thank you so much for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. The IndyCars here at Gateway tonight. A fun track. Just a short little bit left in the practice session. Take a look at the schedule here. Gateway is the 6th race on the season, and we are on the back half of that season. See, Indianapolis Motor Speedway's actually been moved back, so I forgot to update the schedule there, but everything's been moved back a week. Indy, Phoenix, Kansas, and Richmond will all be 1 week later. We'll take a look at the updated schedule. Here you go. So Indy will be on June the 5th, Phoenix June the 12th, Kansas June the 19th, and then Richmond will be on June the 26th to finish out the season. So we're doing that to accommodate the Studio 397 official Indianapolis race on Saturday, May the 29th. Again, I'm your host, Heath Johnson. Thanks so much for coming in. This is Gateway, 1.25 in length, 200 miles here tonight at that egg-shaped oval located just outside of St. Louis, Missouri, here on the other side of the river here in Madison, Illinois. Race number 6, so the back half of that season. Finishing up the practice session, looks like on our way over to the qualification session. Take a look at the track here. Banking in turns 1 and 2 at 11 degrees. Banking in 3 and 4 at 9 degrees. So a fun track. 1 and 2 obviously a little tighter, a little higher banked, and then the long turns, I guess I should say, the easier part of the track, 3 and 4. 9 degrees of banking there. So high speed, man. Fun track, 1.25 in length, and the Indy does actually race here. So very fun track. Thanks to Paulo Chachalowski for his conversion of this track over here so we can enjoy another great oval. So getting some qualification underway. Take a look at that Dennis Udichin. He attempts his qualification laps. want to say thanks so much for coming in here on a Sunday or Saturday afternoon, and appreciate you being here. Peace to everybody out there, and we got a good one here, man. I love this track. Gateway's a fun one, and IndyCars really is a lot of fun. So I'm excited about this. Good little field here tonight. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Share my videos with all your friends, and then please hit that thumbs up button. I definitely look at that stuff. Please go down to the link of the description of this race and follow that over to the Fenton Tech website and give those guys a look. Help me out here at TurnLeftTV. And we got a ton of racing each and every weekend if you're interested in joining up with High Octane Racing League. We will be displaying the Discord address here in just a little while. You can also go down into the link of this race and a description of this race and follow that over to the, or get a link to the Discord server. Dennis Eugen currently fourth on the grid. Eugene Zagladko is the top time so far. 23.824. .431, Eugen fifth on the grid. A bit far up the track there on that that exit. Take a look at Will Dunbar, currently fourth on the grid in the 69 car. .3.974. Fourth place run for him. Back Zach Muncasey. He does some streaming from his cockpit there, so you'll want to look him up on Twitch. Here in the 29 car. .3.946. Muncasey there bumped up to the fourth position. Take a look at Dan Richter in his qualification attempt. 24.361. Currently second on the grid. Alexander Meshkov got a big win this season. See how he can do tonight here at Gateway. Getting his qualification attempt in. Seven car coming around turn four here for his first time lap. 25.037, little work to do there for Meshkov, currently eighth on the grid. Let's take a look at the season standings coming into tonight's race. Ricardo Alameda, 229 points, 3 wins this season, in command right now. Dennis Lasenko, second in points. Alexander Meshkov comes in tonight in third in points. Nikolai Bezhikov, our GT3 specialist, fourth in points. Dan Richter, fifth. Claudio Bardelli Jr., sixth. Pavel Andrzejewski, seventh. Zach Muncasey, eighth. Jesus Iglesias, ninth. And Sergei Butsev, 10th in points coming into tonight's race. Meshkov has moved up to fourth on the grid. Oh, bumping the inside wall there is Meshkov trying to get everything out of that. 24.068 is Alexander Meshkov's time. Givaldo Spindola, 67 car, going to get his qualification attempt in, I believe. Actually, looks like he might have finished that 22.37. We'll take a look at Danilo Coelho here in the 8 car. .607 is the first time. The 11th on the grid. Off turn 4. Oh, man, he spins the car off turn 4. Then he touched the apron. Tough break there for Danilo. Like Stephen Miller going to make a qualification attempt. Actually, looks like he's 5th in quals. See if Danilo is going to try to get another lap in here. And yeah, he's boogered that car up there. So not going to work out well for him, I don't think, trying to get that qualification lap in. Givaldo Spindola coming out for a late run here to see if he can't put that car up further up the grid. We're doing a quick driver's meeting here also, so you'll hear some music while I do the DM for these guys. Spindola there, 25.425. Coming around. Definitely boogered up those tires, so he is 11th on the grid. 67 car. See, Givaldo Spindola, I should say, 1.7 seconds out of P1. Got one spin lap there, 29.831. He's got some boogered up tires there, so he's probably not going to get the speed he needs out of that. All right, I'll be doing a DM here, so please just hang tight. All right. A little bit of a conversation there in the session, so we are now rolling over to warm-up session. So congratulations to Ricardo Almeida. He got a big win last week at Pocono. Excellent run for him. Third win of the season for Ricardo Almeida, and he had to earn it. Dosinko and Wazewski right there on his heels. Don't forget, we're moving everything back 1 week starting next week. So we'll be off next week, maybe a little fun race there. Indianapolis will be on June the 5th. We're making room for next week's IndyCar race with the official Studio 397 crew. Moving our schedule back, so race number 7 will be on June the 5th at Indy. Couple minutes left here in the warm-up session before we get things going. Take a look at the session results. The qualification session. Ricardo Almeida qualifies in P1. Eugene Zaglatko second. Dan Richter qualifies third. Alexander Meshkov fourth. Stephen Miller fifth. Alex Cooties qualifies in the sixth position. Zach Munkasey seventh. Will Dunbar will start in the eighth position. Dennis Udichin will start ninth. And Nikolai Bezrikov will start in the 10th position. In 11th is Givaldo Spindola in the 67 car, and Danilo Coelho starts in the 12th position. So the name of the game here, man, make sure your track position, that's pretty important. Make sure good track position, and also take care of your tires. Keep the car off the wall. Have good pit stops. If you get some green flag pit stops, definitely want to make sure you are practicing entry and exit of pit lane. So we're getting Richard Brooks, Givaldo Linares, Jair Oliveira joining us in the chat session. My pick to win this race tonight. I think I'm going to pick Dan Richter. All right, boys and girls, get ready to go. It's Gateway, 160 laps here tonight. And this is going to be a wild one. 160 laps from this egg-shaped 1.25-mile oval. And this is going to be a great, great race.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Take a look at the starting order. Ricardo Almeida starts in P1 of the 28. Eugene Zaglatko starts in the second position. Dan Richter third. Alexander Meshkov will start in the fourth position. Starting in fifth is Stephen Miller. Alex Cootie in the 83 starts in the sixth position. Zach Munkasey will start seventh. Will Dunbar starts in the eighth position in the 69 car. Starting in the ninth position is Dennis Udichin in the 47. Nikolai Bezrikov starts 10th. Givaldo Spindola starts 11th, and Danilo Coelho starts in the 12th position. So my pick to win this race is going to be Dan Richter. That's who I think is going to win this thing. He is definitely due. He's starting in the third position here tonight. So Ricardo Almeida, 3 wins this season. Can he make it 4 wins? Eugene Zagladko starting on the outside line. Dan Richter inside row 2. Alexander Meshkov starts outside row 2. The egg-shaped oval, looks like we do 2 laps here. Egg-shaped oval here at Gateway, Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. Definitely going to be shifting on this track too, so during that tight 1 and 2, you'll definitely be shifting down into 5th gear. Possibly even in 3 and 4. Pitting off of, or going into turn 3 around the access road. And next thing you pit together, use the access road back onto the backstretch. Pit road speed is 45 tonight. All right, the pace car is off. Get yourself some good position and give guys a lot of room here and have some good green flag laps. Here we go. Ricardo Almeida leading the field to take the green flag here at Gateway.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, we're under green. That outside line did not get going very well. Zagladko lagging back there, tucks in the 3rd position. So he's lost a position there. Not a great start for Zagladko. Almeida leading the field. Richter already up to the 2nd position. Zagladko in 3rd. Alexander Meshkov in the 4th position. Ricardo Almeida, our leader in the 28 car. You knew he was going to be strong at this track. He just gets a lot of laps in. Richter in the 2nd position. Looking out of the back of Ricardo Almeida's machine at Dan Richter. Eugene Zagladko running in 3rd. Alexander Meshkov is 4th. So far, so good. Be very patient around these turns. It's easy to, once these tires start to wear out a little bit, you just start drifting up the track. Take a look at Zach Munkacy here running in the 6th position. Take a look at that pass that he made a little bit earlier here to take over 6th. Getting around Stephen Miller and taking over P6. Stephen Miller now back to the 7th spot. Dan Richter here running in P2 and Purdue University sponsored machine, one of our Indiana natives. The hotbed of racing Indiana is, that is for sure. Indianapolis Motor Speedway. A lot of great short tracks, and Gateway really not that far away, about 3 hours away. 3.5 hours away, just outside of St. Louis. Great track. We got a 3-car breakaway. We'll take a look at Eugene Zagladko running in 3rd. About 1.5, just about a little over 1 second behind. Right now, 1.1 second. Looks like he might have gotten into the wall there coming off the turn. So Zagladko might have gotten into the wall. Take a look at Alexander Meshkov here running in the 4th position. He is getting a little tight there coming off the turn as well. We'll take a keep an eye on the 7 car. Good battle here for the 5th position. Zach Munkacy and Alex Cootie. Alex Cootie there making that pass. Munkacy now trying to gain that spot back, so good racing here between Alex Cootie and Zach Munkacy, and Munkacy there gets back by, takes over the 5th position. So good swapping positions there between the two of those guys. Not sure what happened to Danilo Coelho, indicating he might have ended up losing him. This is Stephen Miller out of the front of his machine. Coelho off the pace. We got a yellow flag here. Alex Cootie might have come around. Take a look and see what happened as Ricardo Almeida takes the caution flag. Alex Cootie off the pace there a little bit, so he might have spun around. Looks like he's got that car sort of straightened back up here, so to speak. So we'll see what happened here as Alex Cootie, we might have had a little bit of help right there from Stephen Miller. So it looks like Stephen Miller might have gotten into the back of Alex Cootie there and turned him around. And Lola Coelho has retired his machine. Again, we'll take a look at this. Take a look at Alex Cootie here. Stephen Miller getting into the back of him and pushing him up into the wall, so he's going to have some damage there. Also, Stephen Miller going to have some damage. And just getting into the back of Alex Cootie there, turning him around. So a first caution flag here on lap 11.
Pit road will be open this time for these lap cars.
So we might end up getting some pit stops here underway. We do have some guys coming down pit lane. Looks like Dan Richter coming down pit lane. Now Almeida stayed out. So some pit stops underway. Dan Richter has elected to pit his car. So he gave up some track position coming down pit lane here.
Pit road will be open this time.
So we see Alex Cootie there on pit lane, the 83, taking some service. You got some right side damage there. He's going to have to get repaired and hopefully get that thing back out. So he's coming back out on the track here, so hopefully he'll get that car back up front. So Almeida in the 28 car, the race leader here on lap 12. Eugene Zaglodko is second. Meshkov third. Munkasi up to the 4th position. Nikolai Bezhikov is 5th. Dan Richter comes out of the pit lane in 6th. Don't forget, a little bit later tonight, we got Daytona Road Course headed your way. 56 laps in the Saturday Night Thunder. Race number 5 in that second season, 2021. And this will be a fun one. Some great road course action in the Saturday Night Thunder, the Cup cars at Daytona Road Course. The High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series will be back in action next week on May 28th at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 110 laps. It's race number 2 in that second season. Race number 9 in that second season of 2021. It's season 2. Race 9. There we go. And what a great track, man. We had a great race last night at New Hampshire, and I suspect the way things are going here in the Bushwhacker Series, we're going to have another fantastic race. So there's the Discord address at the bottom if you'd like to join us in the High Octane Racing League. Getting the one to go, I believe. Again, the IndyCar schedule next week will be off. We've moved the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Phoenix, Kansas, and Richmond all back 1 week to accommodate the Studio 397 official IndyCar race on on May the 29th during this time slot. So we might have some guys racing in that, as a matter of fact. So we'll see how that works out, but we're trying to accommodate everybody, give those guys a chance to compete.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Back to green. Ricardo Almeida, the leader. Zagladko in second. Meshkoff in third. Munkasey in the 4th position. Dan Richter in 5th. Zagladko there all over the back of Ricardo Almeida now. Almeida got a good start here early on, but now Zagladko here starting to maybe show a little bit of strength here as he's looking on the low side coming into the turn and not going to be able to pull that off. Coming off turn 4 here. Down the front stretch. Zagladko in second. Alexander Meshkoff running in the 3rd position. Zach Munkasey have a good run here, running in P4. Dan Richter just behind him. Looking out of the back of Munkasey's machine at Dan Richter. He's going to scrub off a little bit of speed here. Dan Richter has a good run here on the inside. Down the backstretch into turn 3. Richter backs off. On board here with Dan Richter coming off turn 4. Down the front stretch. And Casey there down to the inside there a little bit. So you've got good shifting there by Richter in that strategy, and he's getting a launch off the turn. He is transitioning around 1 and 2 really, really well right now and gets by Zach Munkasey.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Got a yellow flag here as we complete lap number 20. as Ricardo Almeida crosses the start-finish line. Take a look at now, Bezhikov way hard up the track there. Not sure what caused that, but man, he went up the track. Might have been already happening right there. It looks like a self-spin, and then comes sliding up the track there and gets into the wall. That was a hard lick for him. See, he comes around and up the track. My heavens, man. And how did Will Dunbar missed that? I have no idea. We're on board here with Will Dunbar. As you see, Bezhikov sliding back down the track, and Dunbar gets by. Look at this. Johnny on the spot here gets down to the low side and just praying at that point. Back up here to live as looks like Bezhikov for the self-spin brings out that second caution flag.
Pit road will be open this time for these lap cars.
So Almeida the leader here, and he is going to be coming down pit lane. So he's making a pit stop here on this second caution flag. So some of the other drivers here coming down pit lane. Zaglatko has decided that he wants to stay out here. So we got a train of cars coming down pit lane here. See that battle there off pit lane between Meshkov and Richter.
Pit road will be open this time.
So it really just looked like that Nikolai Bezhikov had just come around there, and just a self-spin for him. Nothing intentional. Just losing the back end of that car. He's now got that car back out and going to be just fine. Now Zaglatko is the race leader. Bezhikov coming down pit lane here to start in the back. So Zagladko, Udichin, Miller, Spindola, Almeida, the top 5. So a second caution flag here. We had one 2-car incident and then one self-spin.
It'll be 1 to go this time, bye.
So the pace car, the lights are out, and we're getting ready to go back green. Coming off turn 2 here, down the backstretch. So a couple, a little bit different faces up here up front now. So Udichin, Miller, Spindola also up front. Almeida, our pole sitter, back in the 5th position. So he's got a little traffic here to deal with now. Pace car is off. Here we go, getting ready to go back green. Danilo joining us in chat, saying he had some connection issues, so sorry to see that. Back to green here. Almeida already making a pass. '67, Givaldo Spindola up the track here as Meshkoff. Dan Richter getting by. Meshkoff looking on the low side. So also Zach Munkasey looking low to try to get around. So Spindola giving those guys a lot of room. Zagladko continuing to lead. Stephen Miller and Dennis Udichin battling it out side by side. Udichin up on the outside line. Stephen Miller on the inside line in the 3rd position. Stephen Miller gets by. Or Stephen Miller holding on to the spot, but he's now got Ricardo Almeida just behind him running in the 4th position. Stephen Miller on the inside here trying to make a pass on Dennis Udichin, not able to make that pass. Dan Richter starting to make some noise here. He is battling Ricardo Almeida. Richter on the inside line, scrubbing off a little bit of speed there. He touched the apron, touched that curb, and has to dial back there and tuck back into the 5th position. So good battling here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Almeida down to the inside here, trying to get around Stephen Miller. Dan Richter going to follow him through. Dan Richter making that pass. Now looking out of the back of Dan Richter's machine. He's now up to the 4th position. Stephen Miller back to 5th. Zagladko has a pretty fair lead right now. 2-second lead over Ricardo Almeida. Almeida started that restart in the 5th position. Has already gotten his car into the 2nd spot. Zach Munkasey here making a pass on Alexander Meshkoff. Munkasey to the inside in that ThinkPad sponsor machine. Getting around. Now taking over the 6th position. Meshkoff back to 7th. Dan Richter continuing to make some noise here. He is, oh man, I tell you what, Dennis Udichin almost hit the wall, and Dan Richter in that Purdue University sponsor machine now takes that spot. Now up to P3. Udichin back to P4. Guys are starting to get a little tight here. Take a look at Stephen Miller here running in P5. Just behind him, Zachman Casey, Alexander Meshkoff, Alex Cootie, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Will Dunbar, one of his first races back here from a little bit of an absence. Congratulations to Will, by the way, for passing his exams, and he is now officially a PhD student. How about that, huh? Coming out here to race some laps with us tonight, running in the 10th position. Zachman Casey here running in P6. Behind him, Alexander Meshkoff. Meshkoff looking on the high side there, not able to make that pass on the high side. Casey there trying to close in on Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller right now running in 5th. Dennis Udich just ahead of him in the 4th position. Good tight battle there with those guys. Udich burning off those tires as he goes around that turn. We'll take a look at Dennis Udich. Right now running in the 4th position. He is really putting some pressure on those right side tires there, scrubbing off a little bit of speed as Stephen Miller looking on the low side. Udichin still up on the high side. Things tightening up here a little bit. Udichin's going to come around, and he comes around as we were going to go in car, and Dennis Udichin spinning that car, so the back end of that car come around. So here a lap 37, Dennis Udichin spinning his car around. And that is caution flag number 3. Is Eugene Zagladko, the race leader, waiting on that pace car. We'll take a look and see what happened here. We were just about ready to go on board with Dennis Udichin, and this car comes around. It looks like that's already happened there. So let's see if we can't get to that. I hope we can. Yeah, we're getting a little bit late on that, though. See if we can't go back a little bit earlier here and we got so more than one way to skin a cat, right? Is that what they said? There's more than one way to skin a cat? Well, we'll just look at it this way. How about that? You see this, there's a self spin right here, and he comes around and gets that car up in the wall. For some reason, not giving us the full view there. So a little self-spin by Dennis Udichin. Now we're getting some guys coming down pit lane here. Zagladko coming down pit lane. Almeida also on pit lane. Alex Cootie is going to stay out in the 74 car. Eugene Zagladko on pit lane. Ricardo Almeida on pit lane. See those guys coming back out on the track.
Pit road will be open this time.
Alex Cootie, you got to wonder if he's going to be coming down pit lane here, maybe just taking that wonder if he's going to come down pit lane here and start in the back. Doesn't look like it, so he's going to take a risk here on these used tires, I should say, boogered up tires. Used tires here. Dan Richter running in the second position. Alex and Dan have run a lot of laps together, mainly stock cars. Both these guys love IndyCars. Don't forget, a little bit later tonight, we got the Saturday Night Thunder headed your way. Race number 5, Daytona Road Course. 56 laps there tonight in the Cup cars. Saturday Night Thunder. I'll be racing in this one. This should be a fun one. 56 laps from that great road course. One of my favorite road courses is Daytona Road Course. It'll be a fun one. Don't forget, tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com, your place for rFactor 2 servers, self-managed servers, 3 packages to choose from, and not just the United States, but all around the world providing servers. So if you happen to be across the pond, maybe in South America as well, give EliteHostingUSA.com, contact them, and they can set you up with a server in your local area.
It'll be 1 to go this time, bye.
All right, Alex Cootie will start on the inside line. Well, I guess it's single file. So Dan Richter starts in the second position, Almeida third. Eugene Zagladko will start in the fourth position, Alexander Meshkov fifth. There's a big blimp somewhere. There it is. Shining a shadow, or casting a shadow on the track. All right, pace cars in. Alex Cootie up front here. See how these old tires fare. Almeida came down pit lane. Richter, I believe, also came down pit lane. So guys behind him on fresh tires. So Alex Cootie, you're lap 41.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Leading the field to the green flag. Starting lap 42. Alex wants to see how this car operates in clean air. Dan Richter in second, Almeida in third. Zagladko in the fourth position. Take a look at Eugene Zagladko out in the front of his machine, running in P4. One and two. He's getting a good run here off of two. Looking to give Ricardo Almeida a run here. Backs off. It looks like 1 and 2. Pretty good for him. Dan Richter starting to put a little pressure on Alex Cootie, but he's got Ricardo Almeida side by side. Almeida on the inside line. Dan Richter in on the outside line. Now back in third. Oh, man, that got tight right there. That's some great racing. A little give and take right there. Dan Richter backed out of that throttle and gave him that spot. Did not push it. So Almeida now up to P2. Alex Cootie now having to deal with Almeida. Almeida faster on fresher tires, gets by Alex Cootie, holding on to the second position. So Almeida back to the front. That did not take long. Let's take a look at that pass there as Almeida gets around Dan Richter. This is the first of the 2 passes that he made on the inside, and man, somehow squeezes this car in between Alex Cootie and Dan Richter. And Alex Cootie now having to battle Dan Richter. Side by side there with the two of those guys. A couple stock car aficionados battling in the IndyCar. Dan Richter taps back in. Alex Cootie holding on to the second position. Ricardo Almeida starting to run away there a little bit. Dan Richter down to the inside here now, challenging Alex Cootie. Dan Richter going to get by. Alex Cootie now holding on to third. It's on a little bit older tires there. Eugene Zagladko just behind him. Zach Munkasey here battling Alexander Meshkov. Munkasey to the inside, Meshkov on that outside. Meshkov in the 7 car, red, white, and blue machine as Munkasey gets by. Zach Munkasey moving forward. Now in P5. Meshkov in the 6th position. Zagladko now looking out of the back of his machine at Zach Munkasey. He's starting to close in a little bit. Dan Richter has moved up to the 2nd position. Alex Cootie 3rd. Eugene Zagladko in 4th. And Zach Munkasey now in the top 5. And he has got a run here on Eugene Zagladko.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
You got a yellow flag here. Just as things were getting interesting, a yellow flag. Seems like about every 10 laps or so, we are getting a yellow flag here. So safety car. We'll see what happened here. Take a look at Dennis Udichin, and the car just came around, another self-spin, and he smacks the wall, and those guys get around. Man, what a heck of a move there by Nikolai Bezhikov. He had gotten around. We'll take a look at Bezhikov out of the front of his machine. Udichin coming around, and Bezhikov trying to figure out which place to go, and also Spindola also getting by. So it looks like Dennis Udichin has retired his machine. So back to live here as Udichin causes his second caution flag.
Will be open this time for these lap cars.
So Almeida the leader here on lap 52. So it looks like a lot of guys coming down pit lane here. Interesting. Take a look at this in-car here of Ricardo Almeida. On board here with him. as he does his pit stop. Finishing up his pit stop here, coming out in P2. We got Nikolai Bezrikov staying out. I would bet Bezrikov is probably going to make a pit stop and just start at the tail end of the line. I kind of doubt he's going to stay out.
Pit road will be open this time.
High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series headed your way next week on May 28th, Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 110 laps from Charlotte. 2 races to go in that season. We take a look, Charlotte and Las Vegas. 110 laps coming up on May the 28th, and then 98 lapper at Vegas on June the 4th. And again, we'll take a look at the schedule here in the IndyCar series. So we'll be off next week to accommodate the Studio 397 IndyCar race on Memorial Day weekend for the United States at Indy. And then we're going to back this thing up 1 week. So Indianapolis for us will be June the 5th. That'll be a 250-mile race, 100 laps. Phoenix coming up on June the 8th. Kansas, great track there in IndyCars on the 9th. And then Richmond to finish out the season on June the 26th at that short track, that 3/4 mile D-shaped oval to crown the champion here in the IndyCar series. I want to say thank you so much for joining us here on the YouTube channel. Peace to everybody out there having a good time. I got a couple caution flags here as of late. Don't forget to go down the description of this race and click on that link and head over to the Fenatech website and help me out. If you're interested in purchasing equipment through them, please use my address or my link. That would help me out a great deal. Please hit that thumbs up button and let me know you were here tonight. Always go back and watch and see how many people seen the race and how many thumbs up I have as well. So I like that feedback. So we've got one more to go, I believe. Oh, there we go. Might have 1.5 laps to go. As Ricardo Almeida is in P2. Bezrikov has stayed out. So interesting from Nikolai Bezrikov here on lap 55. He is the race leader. Got to wonder, is he going to be coming down pit lane here maybe? Doesn't look like it. So the pace car down onto the apron here around the access road. So we're going to go green this time by. As the 23 of Nikolai Bezrikov will lead the field to take the green flag. Mud Casey's got his car up to the 3rd position. Dan Richter 4th. Alex Cootie is 5th.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. Side by side there for the 2nd position as Munkasey look on the outside line. He tucks back in. He's got a fast car here, so he's shown that he's got maybe what it takes to maybe win this race. Right now running in P3, and Dan Richter going to look on the low side. Dan Richter, we got a 3-way battle here. 4-way battle. A lot of passing going on as Bezrikov's dropping back there on older tires. Casey got stuck behind. Now going to give up a couple of positions. Now Bezrikov looking low in the 7 car. Casey there just ahead of Bezrikov. Bezrikov slides up to the high side, going to leave the door open here for the 7 cars side by side down the front stretch. So Alexander Meshkov going to take this spot, get on the inside line here and gets around Bezrikov. Stephen Miller now looking on the the tail there of Bezhikov. Looking out of the front of Stephen Miller's machine. Nikolai Bezhikov. So that got crazy right there. Eugene Zaglatko had gotten by. Look at this, man. This was a mess right here. Bezhikov hanging on there. Eugene Zaglatko got around. And that was a mess, man. We could have had a big wreck right there. Those guys did a great job. So Ricardo Almeida back to the lead here in the 28 car. Dan Richter in second. Eugene Zaglatko back up to the third position. He's got a fast car. He is starting to really push that rear tire, though. We saw a little bit of white smoke coming off that. So a little bit different setup here, maybe a little bit more aggressive setup. You see the right side's burning off there a little bit, so he's going to have to be cognizant of that. Those guys have opened up a pretty good gap on our fourth place car, and that is Alex Cootie. Good battle there. Cootie, McCasey, and Meshkov running in 4, 5, and 6. Almeida not able to run away from Dan Richter. He's definitely got some company. Stephen Miller now trying to get around Nikolai Bezhikov. Stephen Miller on the inside line in that 24 car and gets around Nikolai Bezhikov in the 23. That Speed Detail sponsor machine. Now taking over the 7th position. Alex Cootie here battling Zach McCasey. McCasey to the inside line. Alex Cootie on the outside line. Good battling there, side by side for those guys. Alex Cootie using that high line and staying in that position. Zach McCasey dove down there and took over 4 for just a second. But Alex Cootie battling back. Get out of the front of Alex Cootie's machine down the backstretch. Zach McCasey just behind that ThinkPad sponsor machine. Meshkov there as well in the 7 car. Meshkov running in the 8th position. Excuse me, in the 6th position. Take a look at this a little bit later here as McCasey diving down to the inside line here, trying to get around. He's going to get around Alex Cootie. Alex Cootie on the high line, and Alexander Meshkov's going to try to get through. Alex Cootie's got a little bit of a handling problem right now. He might be saving some stuff, but it looks like he might have a little handling problem. It looks like it's a little tight for him in the turn. He's scrubbing off some speed. Meshkov might have gotten into the safer barrier coming off the turn. Meshkov running in the 6th position. Almeida continuing to pace the field, opened up a gap here on Dan Richter, 1.1 seconds.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yellow flag here as maybe Spindola and Bezhikov have come around. So it looks like we've got Spindola and Bezhikov. Spindola, they're getting that car straightened back up. So Bezhikov and Spindola might have gotten together. Take a look and see what happened here. So Spindola gets up into the 23 and spins him. And those guys get into the wall. Will Dunbar had a ringside seat for that. Take a look at out the front of Will Dunbar's machine. You see Spindola there just loses the back end of that car, chasing that car up the track, and he gets into Bezhikov. Right here, going to chase this car up the track. You see him coming up the track, and he gets into the back of Nikolai Bezhikov, and those guys coming around right there and hard into the wall. So, a little caution flag there, maybe a little handling issue. Getting back out, pointing the car in the right direction. That's good to see.
Pit road will be open this time for these lap cars.
So now we have caution flag here. I got to wonder if these guys are going to come down pit lane. And it does look like Ricardo Almeida is going to lead that charge down pit lane. So looking at side-by-side view as Dan Richter following Ricardo Almeida down pit lane. So we're watching Ricardo Almeida's machine on the left side. And he's going to make some adjustments here as the track's starting to change here a little bit. So it looks like Almeida there, good pit stop for him. Dan Richter comes out shown in the third position, Almeida in second.
Pit road will be open this time.
Well, Alex Cudi is in P1. We've seen every caution flag. One guy, maybe a couple guys, stay out and start at the front of the field. So far, I don't think that's been working out for those guys who've made that decision here. We'll see if Alex Cudi can make something of it. But generally, we've had about 10 laps or so, green flag, and then we had a caution flag. So hopefully these guys get this figured out. Most of it has been self-spins. We've had a couple caution flags taken by some, multiple car crashes here. Lights are out on the pace car, and Alex Cootie will lead the field to take the green flag. As Ricardo Almeida started in P2. Dan Richter in third, Zach Casey in the fourth position. Eugene Zaglodko will start in fifth. Approaching halfway. Pace car is in. Here we go. Alex Cootie will lead the field to take the green flag, this time by
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, here we go. Back to green. Again, McCasey down to the inside here to see if he can't try to get around Dan Richter here on the start. No can do. Ricardo Almeida starting to look to the inside of Alex Cootie. It's a good time to make some passes. Dan Richter looking on the low side here. So good racing here. Oh, man.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, Almeida there tried to get around. It looked like little checkup. There might have been some contact. Those guys got a little aggressive. Dan Richter now the leader. That got a little chippy. See what happened here. See, Alex Cootie touches the apron. He's down on the apron. He gets into the grass and comes up. And then contact right there between Almeida and Richter, or excuse me, Alex Cootie. Almeida comes around. He's going to take some contact from Zagladov. Or excuse me, Zaglodko got into him, so just got tight right there. Richter touching the apron and then gets contact. Scrubbed off a little speed. Alex Cootie retiring his machine. So Cootie gets in the grass, touches the apron. See, all heck breaks loose right here, and Stephen Miller getting through. We'll take a look at this again. Right there. Contact. Right there, just Cootie there getting loose. And costs us a big one. So Dan Richter is our leader. Almeida on pit lane, Zaglodko on pit lane, Dunbar on pit lane, Alex Cootie on pit lane. Actually, Alex Cootie's retired his machine. Dan Richter in the Purdue University sponsor machine first. Meshkoff second. Bezhikov bouncing back here now in third. Zachman Casey in the fourth position. Stephen Miller in fifth.
It'll be one to go this time by.
So Richter is first. Meshkoff will start in the second position in the 7 car. So that one looked like just getting down onto the curb and then touching the grass. The car scrubbed off a little bit of speed, bottlenecked, and Almeida got into the back of Alex Cudi. Bezhikov third, Munkacy fourth, Stephen Miller in fifth. Again, way too many caution flags here. We are not even to halfway. Forget, we'll be at Daytona Road Course in just a little while, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Race number 5 in the Saturday Night Thunder. The Cup car is headed your way in just a little while. Should be a fun one. High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder at Daytona Road Course. Pace car is in.
Green flag, go, go, go.
As now back to green, and Dan Richter will lead the field here. Meshkoff in second, Bezhikov third. Zachman Casey looking on the low side in the fourth position. He's trying to get around Bezhikov. Looking out of the back of his machine, he's going to leave the door open for Eugene Zagladko. Zagladko looking on the low side. Side by side here. Zachman Casey is going to pull off that pass. He gets around. Bezhikov there loses a couple positions as Zagladko gets by on the low side. Ricardo Almeida now, after taking service, trying to get this car back up front. He's got a heck of a run here through the turn. Bezhikov just in front as Almeida dives down to the inside. Coming into turn 1. Almeida gets around Bezhikov. Bezhikov now back to the 6th position as Almeida up to 5th. Dan Richter continuing to pace the field. Alexander Meshkoff in second. Zachman Casey third. Eugene Zagladko in fourth. And Almeida rounding out the top 5. Stephen Miller here trying to make a pass. Getting around Nikolai Bezhikov, Stephen Miller to the inside, getting around Bezhikov. Eugene Zaglotko and Zach Munkasey here battling it out. Munkasey had just gotten around Zaglotko. Zaglotko going to get back by. Oh, Zaglotko there scrubbing off some speed. He touched the curb. Side by side, Munkasey holds on to that spot. Out of the front of Eugene Zaglotko running in P4. Ricardo Almeida down to the inside. He's going to look low here on Zaglotko. Oh, Zaglotko slamming the door. Scrubbing off some speed. Oh, he gets into the wall right there. And oh, Almeida. Johnny on the spot there takes that position. Almeida there. Wow. Watch this. Right across his nose. Right there. And he does a great job. And gets that spot. So Almeida up to the 4th position as Zaglotko had smacked the wall. Dan Richter continuing to lead here on lap 86. Meshkov in the 2nd position. Zach Munkasey is in 3rd. Almeida in the 4th position. Zaglotko 5th. Take a look at Will Dunbar here having a good run, running in the 8th position. Spindola just behind him in 9th. Will Dunbar in the 69 car, about 10.3 seconds off the race lead right now. So he and Spindola are battling for position. That's for the 8th spot. Spindola running in 9th. Good tight battle there. Spindola to the inside. Will Dunbar on the outside line. Will Dunbar trying to hold on to that spot. Is Spindola going to get back and get it by him? So Spindola takes over that spot now up to 8th. Again, we'll take a look at that again. Man, I can't believe that didn't cause an accident right there. Good job to Eugene for hanging on to that car. Meshkov running in the 2nd position. He's having a pretty good run. He's got a win this season. So always in the conversation for a race win is Alexander Meshkov. He does a lot of racing. Does a good job of sending out a setup as well. Right now running in P2. Munkasey here having a good run. Running in the 3rd position, but he's got Ricardo Almeida breathing down his neck right now. And out of the back of Zach Munkasey's machine in our 4th place car, Ricardo Almeida. Casey running in the 3rd position. Is Almeida now trying to take over that spot? Almeida's going to get by. Munkasey now back to 4th. Almeida up to 3rd. He's got some work to do.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Now we got a yellow flag here just as we get going. My heavens, man. Get a yellow flag here, 91 laps in. Back up here with Dan Richter, the leader. So we'll see what happened here. Spindola coming around. He touches the apron right there, and it gets the back end of that car loose. And then, oh man, how in the world does Will Dunbar miss that? How in the world did he miss that? It's Spindola in the 67 car coming around. Will Dunbar, how in the world did he miss this thing? Watch this. Right there, he does a great job of getting by at the last second and just narrowly misses getting taken out. That is a great move. Take a look at this full speed. Good job to Will Dunbar on getting through. So it looks like Givaldo Spindola will start at the tail end of the field this time. So we'll take a look at Dan Richter, the leader.
Pit road will be open this time for these lap cars.
So Dan Richter, the leader, Meshkov second. Almeida has got that car up to the third position. Munkasey fourth, Zagladko fifth. These guys are coming down pit lane. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of pit stop that Dan Richter can string together here. On board here and following Dan Richter. That left side, track side view of Dan Richter, and then we're going to go on board here with him as well. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what this two-car can do. This Purdue University sponsor machine here on pit lane. Does he hold on to that spot? Does he end up losing positions? He is in his pit stall here. So he started in the third position. You see he's got Zagladko way out there right now. A good pit stop for him, and he's going to hold on to P1. Almeida is in second. So Dan Richter is our race leader.
It'll be open this time.
So Givaldo came down pit lane and retired his machine. Exactly what you're supposed to do if you're going to retire your car. So 4 cars out of the race here. Spindola, Cudi, Udichin, and Coelho out of the race. The Bushwhackers Series will be back in action next week. It's Charlotte Motor Speedway. What a great track, man. We got 2 races to go, Charlotte and then Vegas. And this one could be a big one. The points battle is tight. Congratulations to Lucas Simpfner on his win last night at New Hampshire. And right now he's got something going that these guys just cannot figure out. So, and he's excited about Charlotte. That's coming up next week. So might have a close finish for the season with these 2 races to go. And tell you what, he has got a lot of confidence coming into this race, and we'll see how that works out for him and the other guys here. I shouldn't say the other guys, but the other leaders in points. We've got a very tight points battle in the Bushwhacker Series.
It'll be 1 to go this time.
All right, getting to 1 to go as that Purdue University sponsor machine, number 4 of Dan Richter, will lead the field to take the green flag. Ricardo Almeida second, Meshkov third. So Almeida gained a spot on pit lane. Munkasey fourth, Stephen Miller is fifth. You know, I just learned that Givaldo Linares is Givaldo Spindola. What's going on here, man? I didn't know that. Why did I know that? Why did I not know that? How about that, man? It's like, what? Should have told me, man. Good to see Givaldo. I know he's bummed out. One of the nicest guys out there. He really is. Dedicated, shows up each and every week. And we definitely cherish his membership here at High Octane Racing League. All right, man. Getting ready to go back green.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, here we go. Almeida, how many laps is it going to take him to start putting a lot of pressure here on that 4 car? One of those guys drifting up the track a little bit. Dan Richter, the leader. And that Purdue University sponsored number 4 car. Almeida in second. This would be a big win for Dan Richter. He loves IndyCars. Ricardo Almeida has 3 wins this season. Glotko continuing to move up here. He has gotten around Zach Munkacy, so he's gained about 3 spots there on the start here. We'll take a look. This is on the restart. He gets a great start as he gets by Bezhikov, and he's going to take Stephen Miller on the high side, it looks like. So Eugene is all business right now. He got around Stephen Miller and Nikolai Bezhikov and then set his sights on Zach Munkacy. We'll look at this a little bit later here. So he's all over the back of Munkacy, and he's going to get by that ThinkPad sponsor machine. So now Eugene Zaglotko in the 4th position. Dan Richter continuing to hold off Ricardo Almeida. 60 laps to go. We have had a caution-filled race so far. About every 10 laps or so, things get out of hand. Zach Munkacy now running in the 5th position. See, he's drifting way up the track there. He's got to scrub off a lot of speed, so I think those guys are going to have to slow down that entry into that turn. Try to save those tires and keep that car from drifting up the track. See Zaglotko there burning off a little bit of tire just ahead. We're on board with Zach Munkacy, our 5th place machine. Eugene Zaglotko running in P4. Meshkov in the 3rd position. Richter's got a lot of company right now. Ricardo Almeida is serious. He wants to get by. Meshkov's going to give up a position, I believe. Almeida going to the outside line here. On board here with Dan Richter. Can he hold off Ricardo Almeida? They are side by side. Almeida on the outside line. He's got a head of steam coming into the turn. He's going to pick up that spot as Dan Richter now falls back to P2. Ricardo Almeida takes over P1. Eugene Zaglotko getting by Alexander Meshkov. Meshkov drifting up the track there a little bit, leaving the door open for Eugene Zaglotko. He's now up to P3. Meshkov back to 4th. Stephen Miller here running in the 6th position. A little bit out there by himself right now, and that speed details number 24. Bezhikov a little bit off the pace. He's got some damage he's dealing with, and he is running in the 7th position. That car looks a little bit tight coming off the turn. A little bit of understeer. He is, you see him drifting up the track there. He makes some more contact with the wall. Will Dunbar running in 8th. His first race back. So Almeida continue with the lead the field here on lap 108. Dan Richter making maybe a little bit of contact with the safer barrier, so P2 having a little bit of a handling problem right now. Almeida looking very strong, maybe to get his 4th win of the season. Remember, he is our returning champion. Danilo Coelho got the first race win of the season. And the next 4, 3 of them won by Ricardo Almeida. Alexander Meshkov's gotten a win this season as well. 3 different winners. Almeida continuing to hold his own there. He has about a half a second lead over Dan Richter. And he can feel pretty comfortable, maybe a little tire save strategy, but Dan Richter was pretty solid last week. Mired back in traffic a little bit of a battle there with Eugene Zagladko, Pavel Andrzejewski. Not here tonight, but Dan Richter finished his 4th last week at Pocono. So never count him out. He's running in P2 right now. Take a look at that Dan Richter running in the 2nd position. He's holding on to the back of Almeida, maybe starting to figure it out here in halfway through this run. A little tight there coming around that turn. That 1v1 battle there, 0.3 of a second behind.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yellow flag here, so what do we get? The 10 laps in? So Ricardo Almeida picking up the safety car. Let's see what happened to Bezrikov. Bezrikov here might have been a self-spin for him. He does, yeah, he touches that apron and then breaks the back end of that car loose and he smacks the wall. And we've seen him do that before. I think he got loose earlier and the back end comes around. So he's going to drive that car down pit lane and retire his machine. See, this is the rule here. This is what you're supposed to be doing is if you're going to retire a machine, you come down pit lane into your pit box and then you can exit your vehicle. So Nikolai Bezrikov doing exactly what he's supposed to do here tonight. Unfortunately, he's in that position, so that's an unfortunate. Unfortunately for him, tough night. So Bezrikov out of the race here on lap 115. So Almeida to the front. Now these guys might be making some pit stops here. Got to think that you want to try to get some fresh tires on this car. You don't have a huge field left. You got quite a number of guys who have gotten themselves into scrapes and retired their machine. A couple of guys have 2 caution flags, and the rule is you got to retire from the race. Don't forget, EliteHostingUSA.com is your place for rFactor 2 servers. 3 self-managed packages available for you to choose from. That's EliteHostingUSA.com. So we are getting some guys coming down pit lane here. Interesting to kind of take a look at that. So we've been watching Dan Richter from his in-car for a while. He's running behind Ricardo Almeida. We're following Almeida on the top left screen, on that left side screen, as Dan Richter gets into his pit box. And Almeida on pit lane here, taking some service. Can he come out in first? Dan Richter got a good jump, but not able to get around Almeida. So 1-2 stays the way they are. Zach Casey looks like he has gotten out ahead of Zaglotko. Now, Zaglotko has fallen back, actually gotten out ahead of Meshkov. Meshkov running in the 4th position now as Munkasey's gotten around him. So Munkasey has kept himself in the hunt here tonight. So congratulations to him so far. A good run here, lap 116. Munkasey shown in the 3rd position. Meshkov back to 4th, Miller in 5th. Miller's been running roughly around the 5th position all night long. Zaglotko in 6th, Dunbar 7th. And we got 8th through 12th out of the race due to accidents. So now Almeida, can he hold off a charge from Dan Richter? Dan Richter on fresh tires, Almeida on fresh tires. We'll see how those cars handle. Here a little bit slick track. We got a lot of rubber down on the track. And again, now fresh tires and turning up the aggressiveness here. Approaching lap 120. And we make a dash to the finish. One thing we've seen here with the IndyCar series is these guys have been plagued by caution flags. Pocono was an exception. Last week, I think we just had 2 caution flags, maybe just 1. But the rest of the races have been, really caution-laden races. Unfortunately, I think last week might have been the only race where we had maybe a green flag pit stops. There may have been another race where we started green flag pit stops, but in the middle of those, we got a caution flag.
It'll be 1 to go this time by.
Okay, so 1 to go. Almeida in the 28 car will lead the field to take the green flag. Richter 2nd, Munkasey 3rd, Meshkov 4th. Miller will start in the 5th position. So the pace car is off. Ricardo Almeida, the points leader, now back up to P1. Will lead the field to take the green flag. Dan Richter starts in 2nd.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. Dan Richter hanging on to the back of Almeida, Dan Richter peeking around on the low side. Not able to pull off that pass. Almeida holds serve. So Glodko now up to the 5th position. Looking out of the front of his machine at P4, and that is Alexander Meshkov. Zach Munkasey up there in the 3rd position. Good battle there between the two of those guys. Munkasey and Meshkov. Munkasey up on the outside line in that ThinkPad sponsored machine. Meshkov on the inside line in the 7 car. We've got a battle up front here as well. Dan Richter on the outside line, putting a little pressure here on Ricardo Almeida. Dan Richter using the outside. Almeida cannot get the run that he needs to be able to clear Richter now that he's on the outside line. Richter going to keep him honest. Good side-by-side racing right there. Dan Richter using that outside line. It looks like he a little bit hurt through the turn, but able to climb back up there to equal his pace once they hit the straight. Richter has to give up the ghost there as now he's going to try the inside line. Is Almeida on the outside line? Dan Richter going to use this inside line and see if he can't return the favor. We got a crash here. We got a crash as we were looking out of the back of Ricardo Almeida's machine. Dan Richter and Ricardo Almeida were racing for position, and something happened. As Almeida takes that caution flag. Oh boy, what happened there? We'll take a look here and see what happened. Boy, they got kind of a horrible spot for the replay there, isn't it? Take a look. Richter has a heck of a run into the turn. And right here, Almeida comes down and gets into Richter. Richter's on the inside line, and Munkasey gets into that as well. Right here. You see that Almeida came across the front of Dan Richter, who had a wheel there underneath him on that inside line. So, oh man, Zach Munkasey got waylaid right there trying to get through. Munkasey there trying to get through right there, and it makes contact. Whoa, what are we doing? And right there, take a look at this again here. Out in front of Munkasey's machine. See if we can't get a look. Dan Richter. This is coming into the turn right here, and then the 28 car comes across the nose of Dan Richter and gets into the wall. And we'll take a look at this again. Right here, as you're going to see the 28 car coming down and getting into the wing right there of Dan Richter, and then spinning him off the track. On board here with Dan Richter. We got to go back through these real quick. Right here, and then you see the 28 car getting into Dan Richter. So back to live. So here on lap 126, Ricardo Almeida going to have to come down pit lane. Zagladko is shown in second. And I just got kicked from the race. So that's interesting. Yep. Got kicked. Looks like I got kicked here. So hanging on 1 second here. So these guys coming down pit lane here as we're trying to get back in. This is a wonderful thing about this game. My God, somebody leaves the server and it kicks people out of the race. So we're getting to 1 to go here, so we're going to have to use this view to broadcast the race. This other computer was fine, but this one got kicked me to the desktop when somebody left the race. So I think we're coming back in now, I hope. So we're back to green here as we are trying to get logged back in. So right now we're on lap 126. Ricardo Almeida is in the lead. Zagladko is second here as we're getting our server back up, or not the server, but the connection back up and running. So actually shown as Zagladko shown as the leader. So Munkasey's got that car up to the second position. We're watching the second feed there. Almeida there running in the fourth position with Alexander Meshkov. Looks like Almeida running in P4, Meshkov in P3, trying to hold off. Munkasey, we're taking a look here, running in the second position. Looks like we are getting ready to get this machine booted back up here. We're almost ready to go. I didn't lose the machine. I lost the connection. Looks like here we go. Hey, I'm back in, huh? Almost. In another 5 minutes, we'll be back in. We'll be back in before the end of the race, hopefully. So it looks like it's trying to boot back in right now. God, I love this. This game, man. Gotta love this game. So here we are at the screen trying to get back in as we're looking at Zach Munkasey now to the race lead. Almeida in second position. Alexander Meshkov third. Eugene Zaglotko in the fourth spot. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Oh, my God. Oh, just in time for a yellow flag. Just in time for a yellow flag. How about that? We'll have to take a look at the side-by-side view here to figure out what happened. What in the world, man? It's like maybe Zach Munkasey. Take a look and see what happened to him. We are going to view that. Take a look at the Zach Munkasey. He might have just self-spin, it looks like. Yeah, it does. It looks like Zach Munkasey just self-spin right there. And comes around. So that car got a little bit loose as we are looking at that replay on the lower right frame. So I think we're back here. So Zach Munkasey caused that caution flag. Carter Almeida back to the race lead.
Pit road will be open this time for lead lap cars.
So a little bit of a hitch there as Almeida coming down pit lane. So Almeida out in front again here on lap 141.
Pit road will be open this time.
So, man, thanks for being patient here. What the heck? Gotta love it, man. And you know what? I'll tell you what. Studio 397 is going to run an IndyCar race next week on Saturday at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and we'll see if they have problems. Now, we're running the old UI because there are no driver tags. They have not figured out how to or release the driver tags for the new UI yet, and we really need that to sort the field. It makes that a lot easier. Ricardo Almeida, the leader here. Alexander Meshkov in second. Stephen Miller in the third position. Eugene Zaglotko is in fourth. Zachman Casey fifth. Dan Richter shown in the sixth position. Here we are on lap 142. Meshkov in the hunt here to maybe pick up his second win of the season. Ricardo Almeida up front, maybe looking at a fourth win this season. So one to go this time by, and let's see if we can't finish this bad boy under green. Had such a good race at Pocono last week. The week before that was a hot mess at Iowa. Casey coming back out on track here, tucking in behind Dan Richter. Richter shown one lap down. So Almeida to the lead here. Meshkov in second. Stephen Miller in third. Zaglotko fourth. McCasey is in fifth. Ian Richter a lap down in the sixth position.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. So can Meshkov do anything with Ricardo Almeida? Almeida there trying to break the draft. Stephen Miller and Eugene Zaglotko here getting after it. Oh, that was tight right there. Stephen Miller now going to lose a couple positions as Munkacy gets by. Zagladko has gotten by, Dan Richter has gotten by, but not for position. Stephen Miller way up the track there. He missed that turn. Almeida out front. Meshkov in second here on lap 145. Zagladko and Dan Richter side by side. Richter actually in the one lap down, shown in the 6th position. Racing the orange and blue car, Eugene Zagladko. Zagladko running in 3rd right now. Richter shown to be pretty fast here. He wants to catch up to Almeida and unlap himself. Almeida now 0.7 of a second lead over Alexander Meshkov. Zagladko in 3rd, Munkacy 4th, Miller in 5th. Take a look at Stephen Miller here in the 24 car. He gets a little bit wide there and smacks the wall coming off the turn. Running in P5. Almeida continuing to stretch out that lead. He's down to 2-second lead now with just 11 laps to go. 10 laps to go, I should say. Munkacy and Eugene Zagladko here battling it out. Zagladko getting passed by Munkacy, but he's now looking back on the low side. Munkacy holding on to that spot. Zagladko looked like he wanted to get around. So Munkacy 3rd. Zagladko is in 4th. Zagladko really using up those right side tires here. And Stephen Miller here starting to put a little pressure on Zagladko here with time running out. Zagladko, watch this, he's really burning up those right side tires. Not so bad that time, but Stephen Miller all over the back of him right now. Stephen Miller now side by side with Eugene Zagladko. They might have touched a little bit. Stephen Miller and Zagladko might have made contact. Zagladko now back down to the inside line. Is going to be interesting because he's been tight. Sliding up the track here. Can he hold it down? Keep from getting in Stephen Miller, and Zagladko catches that spot back. How about that, huh? Eugene Zagladko slinging that car around. See him burning that right side up here. And, he's in the fence right there. So he is driving the wheels off that thing. Almeida is out where he wants to be, 3 seconds ahead of Alexander Meshkov. Munkacy is in 3rd, Zagladko 4th, Miller in 5th. Here on lap 155, Stephen Miller being patient. Zagladko had battled him and got around. About this, Munkacy and Alexander Meshkov side by side here. We're closing out the finish of this race, and Munkacy gets by. He had to earn it. So Munkacy up to the 2nd position. Can he do anything with Ricardo Almeida running out of time? 3.7 second gap here. Here on lap 156. 3.7 second lead for Almeida. Casey second, Meshkoff third, Zaglotko is fourth, Miller in fifth. Stephen Miller here now trying to get around Eugene Zaglotko. Stephen Miller's going to get that spot. Zaglotko, he's really, really tight there. See him up a lane and a half. Scrubbing off speed, so Stephen Miller now up to the fourth position. Late race pass for him. Dan Richter closing in on Almeida. He wants to get around and get back on the lead lap. In case there is a caution flag, running out of time.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Ah, we got a yellow flag here. Yellow flag, and that may end up doing it for us. As Meshkoff comes around. Take a look here at Meshkoff, see what happened to him. Oh, he smacks the wall right there. So he smacks that outside, little bit of a gap right there in the wall. See, for the safety car come out on the track, and he smacks the wall and then slides across, hard to the inside wall. So back to live timing here as Ricardo Almeida. And all over but the shout now as Ricardo Almeida is going to win his fourth race of the season. Oh, it looks like actually you're going to get the, not really a green-white checker per se. It looks like they are going to go back green, I believe. But I think Almeida is in the position where he is going to win this race. Although, going back, and I guess anything can happen here as, now Dan Richter is going to start. He's going to have to start at the tail end of the field, I believe, if the rules package works the way it's supposed to. Because he is a lap down. Now, he's showing second in line, but I think he's going to have to start at the tail end of the field. So he's going to get some messaging that will put him back at the tail end of the field again if this rules package is working the way it's this plug-in is working the way it should be working. So it looks like you're going to have the green flag for the last lap, and they'll race one lap here. So Casey may have a shot here of getting around. Zaglotko down pit lane here to get his service done. So we are going to see a green flag lap out of this. I think they would do. IndyCar would be smart to do like a green-white checker situation. So a little bit of OT here in the IndyCars. And I kept wondering, man, as we were starting to wind down the laps here, if we're going to have a caution flag or not. And my suspicions were confirmed. Christian Wilson in the chat saying that it's always fun to hear me slowly lose my mind trying to commentate over so many caution flags. I know this series has been plagued by caution laps. It's a shame, too. We get some really good drivers here, and I think a lot of it is some of them aren't coming out throughout the week to practice the track. And secondly, the track's a little bit different once you get a little bit of rubber on that. And I want to say, thirdly, a little bit of aggressiveness. A lot of take and not a lot of give here with this series. But there's nothing to be nothing's going to take the place of coming out and doing some practice laps. Seat time. Now we'll see what kind of messaging Dan Richter gets on this this situation. He should be getting some messaging to drop to the back of the field here. We'll see. He is 1 lap down, shown second in line right now. So good test of the plug-in. So Richter is coming down pit lane, so he will start at the tail end of the field. Too bad for him. He really pushed himself to get up to the race leader, but then the caution flag fell before he was able to get around. Meshkov coming down pit lane for causing the yellow flag. I suspect we're going to get the one to go this time by. So we're going to have 1 lap, maybe? I guess I should probably know this. As Almeida is first, Munkasey's going to start in the 2nd position. So he has a chance winning this race. Don't forget about Stephen Miller. He's got a lot of laps in here throughout the week. One of the guys, you don't get more laps on this track, on these tracks, than what Stephen Miller puts in every week. And I think the win is just a short time away for the 24 car. It could be tonight. Pace car is in. Here we go. The dash to the finish. 1 lap. And it could be all about the jump here. Here we go. Almeida gets a good jump. Munkasey on the gas there, right there with him. So Zach Munkasey, can he close in on Almeida down the backstretch? It's a 2-man race at this point. Munkasey to the high side. Try to get a run here coming off the turn. Ricardo Almeida is going to hold off Zach Munkasey. Munkasey finishes in the 2nd position. So Ricardo Almeida picks up another win here this season. His 4th win of the season. So congratulations to Ricardo. And man, we had everything, right? Server disconnects. We had all kinds of stuff here tonight. And Almeida, of course, we had caution flags too, but Almeida gets that race win. Zach Munkasey gets a good run there, finishes in the 2nd position. See the hitches there. That's when guys are leaving the server. So Almeida getting the win here as he does his burnout. So congratulations to Ricardo Almeida. So another win for the 28 car. Let's take a look at the final results. Ricardo Almeida finishes in P1. Zachman Casey second. Stephen Miller, good run for him, finishes in the third position. Eugene Zagladko finishes in fourth. Meshkov finishes in fifth. Ritger is actually sixth. Will Dunbar finishes in seventh. Eighth with Givaldo Spendola. Alex Cudi finished ninth. Dennis Udichin finishes in the 10th position. We got another what we got going on there. Anytime there's a server hitch. And then finishing 12th is Danilo Coelho. We might have missed somebody there on that one. That's what happens when you get hitches like that. It messes up the overlays. But congratulations to Ricardo Almeida on getting the win here at Gateway. We'll see if we can't get him up in the booth. So we'll see if we can't get Ricardo up here in the booth with us. All right, Ricardo Almeida joining us up here in the booth. Another win, the fourth one of the season. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. First thing first, I want to apologize to Dan. Actually, my spotter should apologize to Dan because he says clear, and when he says clear, I take my normal line, and I didn't know he was there. So, and second thing, I want to thank Steven to help me for that setup, because it was a very busy week for me, and with the help of Steven, just fine-tuning the setup, and it was very good.
Yeah, I see you guys both you guys in the server throughout the week, periodically doing a lot of laps. And talk a little bit about the relationship between seat time through the week and success on the track.
I believe in seat time a lot. This year it's month of May and June and April. It was a bit harder for me to have the seat time I really wanted. But like this week, it was a nightmare for seat time for me. I got another league, and I really thankful to Steven to help me for this one. A big part of that win is because of him.
Well, you know, it's obvious that the elephant in the room is the number of caution flags that we see not only tonight but in previous races, and it seems to me that those are related to a lot of, you know, there are a lot of reasons, but I think a lot of it is just not having the seat time. A lot of these guys don't seem to be coming out and practicing and putting in the laps, putting in the time to get used to the track with cars around, and then also a rubbered-in track. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, there's a lot of people who comes in, have a very fast setup, but it's good for 5 laps, and after that the rear right overheats, and that provokes all the spins. We see a single car spins and everything. So it's, you need to do long runs to make sure everything is stable. Like at the end, with low fuel, my back end starts to dancing a little bit. So I have been extra careful, and I see Dan's coming to unlap himself, and I'm willing to let him go. I'm just waiting for the last lap to let him go, and there's no point to keep him. And I feel the car like it's just on the edge on turn 4. 3 and 4. So that seat time, it was everything. And you need to do long runs to see what the car feels with when the tires are old. And yeah, that's the point.
Well, originally on the schedule next week was going to be Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but it looks like Studio 397 has decided to run an IndyCar race the same time at Indianapolis. It's pretty much the same time that we had that scheduled, so we've decided to kind of push that schedule back a week. And you know, when I made that decision, I was kind of thinking about you, that you might be one who would be interested in competing in that Studio 397 IndyCar race.
Interesting, yes. See if I got some time to practice. I believe it's the same cars, right?
Yes.
So maybe it will be a good training for the championship. We'll consider. It's on consideration.
I think it's another. It's going to be another good thing here to kind of watch and see how they deal with some of the issues that we have. Like tonight, I got disconnected. You know, we have the lagging things going on, and you know, I've kind of harped on them a little bit to get the tags, the driver tags fixed, so we can, you know, sort the field a little bit better. You have any thoughts on those things as well?
That's the thing, because we don't know which plugin they're going to use it. If they are going to have a lot of problems on HORL, we are very lucky because we don't have too much issues with the yellow flags. Everybody seems to be placing at the right place, and other leagues have a lot of problems with that, because yellow flag comes. They tell you to pass the safety car, so you are a lap ahead. After that, there's a guy who puts himself in a wall, so you pass him, you let him go, but you have to wait for him. When you wait for him, all the field's coming and passing you, so it's a mess, you know. So
absolutely. Well,
on HORL, we are very lucky because everything works perfectly for that. Okay, disconnections and things like that. It's a minor thing compared to the mess the yellow flags can make it. Because, you know, when you're leading a race and after that you are a lap down for no reason, it's demoralizing, you know.
Well, we got some interesting tracks, you know, with Indy coming up, and then you know, you've got Phoenix, Kansas, and Richmond. Any of those tracks other than, I'm sure Indy stands out to you, but what about those Phoenix, Kansas, and Richmond? Anything stand out there for you as an interesting track?
Phoenix, it's one of my favorites.
Uh-oh, they're going to be in trouble there, huh?
So I got a lot of success on Phoenix. So, yeah, I'm waiting for the Phoenix. Indianapolis, well, it's a guess. Everybody runs in Indianapolis, so everybody has a good setup. So it was hard to, you know, keep at high level, but we enjoy it.
Well, congratulations, fourth win of the season in control. Congratulations, fourth win of the season in control of the championship, and good luck to you next, or I guess in 2 weeks at Indianapolis.
Thank you very much.
All right, bud. Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, that's Ricardo Almeida joining us up here in the chat session. And good win for him tonight here at Gateway. Very fun track. I love this track, man. I really do. And I think just a little patience at this track and a lack of aggressiveness can actually go a long way and keep you from burning up those tires, where it is a little bit tougher later in the run as the fuel burns off and the tires start to wear out to keep that car underneath you. So congratulations to Ricardo Almeida on his win. A little bit later, we got Daytona Road Course headed your way in the Saturday Night Thunder, the Cup Cars. Race number 5 in that second season of 2021. And I think I'm going to be out on the track here competing tonight. So if you think you can beat the broadcaster, come on out and join us for the Daytona Road Course. 56 laps here tonight in the Saturday Night Thunder. Well, that's going to do it for us here on TurnLeftTV. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. I am out of here.